We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Nashville. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, if you have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football, the concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
First down, Winston. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he?
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Kwity Paye drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A first down carry for Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
2nd and 4. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw caught there by Wallace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Jameis now on 1st down. Touchdown, Colts! A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
2nd down at 5.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
What's up, man?
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th. Down. On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Wallace. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Winston now from the 50. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Jameis to throw it.
They'll check this one down to Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Winston.
He'll get this off to Taylor.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game. For Jameis Winston, and the Colts add on to their lead. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indiana. An extra point attempt to follow here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Disappointing into the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown. Of the afternoon.
And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go
as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
Buying time to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And Wilson with it, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. They go play action here on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, it's Taylor.
Powers past him at the 5. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And, partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
No problem there on the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
From the 41, Winston.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Again, it's Taylor. Push, and he works free. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The throw over the middle taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover. On second down, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Let's go! Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2-2 Atwell. There to make the grab. And the Colts have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustment.
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point up and through. And that will extend this big lead.
Taken at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as his guys will have it to start the fourth as time has run out on quarter number 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
It's brought in by Wilson. Touchdown! A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Mike 46. All day, baby, all day.
Now a give to Taylor, and he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 25. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And finding the tight end Wilson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wilson snags it left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a Titans first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Being chased out left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles.